Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So, I had shown a lot of offer letters to you, right? In the month of August, I think there are 27 to 30 offer letters we got it. Okay, 27 to 30 offers been released in the month of August, and other students are saying they don't have the jobs because they will learn only one skill, that is Power BI, for 20 days and they apply the jobs. But if you learn only Power BI, even though it is a hot skill and you don't get into IT industry, you need to learn combinations. So what are the combinations also I told you. So that is the reason our people, in month of August itself, there are some 27 to 30 offer letters by our students. I had shown you all the offer letters, right? So because I cannot record them, and that is what is the reason. Before recording, I am just sharing those offer letters. No proxies, no this one, nothing. Only preparation. So if people are saying no jobs in IT industry, I'll say no skills for you. Instead of saying no jobs, you better say you agree that you don't have the proper skills. Even though you have a skill, you don't have the in depth of knowledge, or you have only single skill for 10-15 days, right? With the 10-15 days of knowledge, can you do a 4 years work? It is impossible, right? And you don't know SQL Server knowledge, you don't know Power BI, you don't know SSIS. I am recommending lot many tools to learn, and at least minimum 2 to 3 months, daily 2 to 3 hours of efforts needed, right? So lot of people from pharma, lot of people from banking industry, they were into banking for 10 years. They were into pharma for 10-12 years. Those people completely migrated from very, very little salary, 6 lakh salary, 4 lakh salary, to 16 lakh salaries, 18 lakh salaries, because of the knowledge. Clear? So it is not the skill is good or bad. So how your learning is important, and whose mentoring is important, and are you learning from basic or is important. So everything is important. Clear? So in today's demos class, we'll talk about what is MSBA and what is Power BI, and after that we'll continue further. And before that, I had asked you to fill the form yesterday. These two forms been given in the chat window even today. Please fill the form. If not, if you done it, ignore this. This is mandatory because you will be able to get the videos. Guys, yesterday's video, did you get it? If not, call these numbers. They will be able to take your information. They'll give it to you, or check your spam mails. They would have sent to you, but it would have gone to the spam. If not, you can also write a mail to me, goonline.bhaskar or bhaskarjogi@gmail.com. If you have any concerns or any problems, always you write a mail to me. If you don't get proper communication from these numbers, these are our call center numbers. So if you don't get proper communication, so you will be able to reach me always. Clear? So that is what is the thing. Now, as we discussed already, so you have the data in every company, right? So the data where you will have a large amount of data coming from most of the data will be coming from the sales, or most of the data coming from the social media, or most of the data may be coming from operations or logs. Data may be anywhere, but the question is that what is the size of the data that the company has? That is very, very important, right? So if think about goonlinetrainings.com, we have small amount of data. We'll get megabytes of data every month. That means every month we get some 1,000 or 1,200 inquiries. We will be able to get the data in KBs or megabytes. Every month, 2 MB of data, 3 MB of data. All the data our team is going to be storing in the Excel sheet, right? So all the data we will be able to store in the Excel sheet, and after that we are going to be processing. What do you mean by processing? I will ask my team, and saying that I wanted to know number of inquiries for Power BI, number of inquiries for Java, number of inquiries for data science, number of inquiries for Python course, number of inquiries for Salesforce. Like that, I wanted to have some information. So how do I get? So they will be able to take the data and they will be able to store the data in an Excel sheet, right? So for example, I have some Excel sheet students inquiry, right? So when I open this, so the my company people are going to be storing the data like this. So serial number, name of the student, course he required, gender, data for inquiry, and some phone number, email ID. What is the fee in dollars? I'm writing fee in $100, $200. So when is that payment made? So these people did not make the payment, means this guy inquired, but no, he did not take the course. Like that, we are going to be having different courses data, and we will be able to get different months. So a lot of data is available. So this is what is called detailed data. So nobody needs details. Everybody needs a summary. Everybody needs a summary. Summary is called as a dashboard, or you can say simply a summary. So what is a summary? Summary says in 2021 Power BI in January month we got these many inquiries. In MSBA 1200 inquiries, SQL 1000 inquiries, Python 500 inquiries, DevOps 680 inquiries, like that month by month. So course by course, my team is going to be creating a report like this. This is what is called a dashboard or summary. This is what is a data. So data, using data, you cannot take any decision. You cannot understand, which course is having, in January month, in which course is having more, admissions. Clear? So Power BI in February month, which course has more, inquiries, number of inquiries, fee collected, like that. A lot of reports the operations team will be making, and month wise, course wise data, so that a management can easily understand. Clear? So everybody needs information, but not the data. So this is what is called data. So data means detail. Whenever you go to the bank, you transact either cash deposit or with cash withdrawal or loan payment. You do that is a simply data. But end of the month, the management of bank wanted to know total cash deposits for the entire month, total cash withdrawals for the entire month, which branch is having more deposits, which branch is having less deposits, which branch is having more loan, loan, which branch is giving more loans, which branch is taking more loan EMIs, and where the loans are not getting recovered. Clear? So all the data, all the reports can come from the detailed data. Clear? When you have a less amount of data, so what is that we are going to be doing? We are going to be doing the all the processing manually. Clear? So one operational head or one small supervisor will take the data from Excel sheet and he will be able to process. Am I clear? But when you have a small amount of data, you can handle like this. But think about a Amazon data. Amazon data every month you'll get millions of rows. So it is completely, we are talking about not the small amount of data. We're talking about lakhs of rows, right? So when you have megabytes of data, when you have a megabytes of data, so definitely we will be able to store the data into the Excel sheet. When you have GBs of data, I'm talking about every month, we're talking about lakhs of rows, right? Millions of data. When you have millions of data every month coming, so can I keep the data in the Excel sheet? The answer is no. So you think about Amazon or Netflix.com, every month they'll get 20 GB of data, 200, 500 GB of data. So the data, large amount of data can be stored in. There is a software called SQL software. It is also called as database management systems. Clear? So these tools or softwares can be used only for the storing data, but processing of the data. So we are going to be using a language. Clear? So what kind of a language use? Any language. So what are the SQL or RDBMS or simply DBMS? Relational Database Management System. As I told you, IT industry means what? IT industry means information technology. But how do you get the information? If you wanted to get the information, you need to get the data, and the data will be stored first, and you are going to be converting into information. But how do you store the data in IT industry? If you wanted to store the data into the IT industry, you have to use SQL tools or softwares. It is also called as relational database management systems. So these softwares or tools are nothing but to store the large amount of data. Large means I'm talking about GBs of data. Nobody will give you 100 GB of Excel in a file. Nobody can give you 50 GB of Excel file. So Excel file is a difficult to store large amount of data. So IT industry, most of the time business data will be stored in which format? SQL software or RDBMS, relational database management system, or simply called as a database management system. So what are the SQL softwares we have? The popular software is Oracle software. Many people would have heard about it, right? So hear about it. And the next software from Microsoft, SQL Server. It is a Microsoft MS software. And there is one more software come from IBM, DB 2000 or DB2K. So or DB 2000. So this is from the or you can say DB2 simply. DB2 is there. It is from IBM company, right? So then we have one more software from again IBM. The software is called Netiza. Clear? So all these are what softwares? All these are called SQL softwares or database management software. So we have MySQL from MySQL Corporation. We have a Teradata from Teradata Corporation. We have Sybase, okay, Sybase, and we have a lot of things. PostgreSQL, right? PostgreSQL. So, lot many RDBMS softwares are available. What is the purpose of RDBMS or SQL? You have to know it is there to store large amount of data. Whenever you want, you can get it from this RDBMS tools. So RDBMS tools are nothing but godowns or storerooms, are nothing but a tank or a bank. Clear? What you do in the ICICI Bank, you deposit the cash, you withdraw the cash. So Oracle is a data bank, SQL Server is a data bank, DB2, all these are called as a data banks. What you do? You put the data, you insert the data, you retrieve the data. So SQL or RDBMS means nothing but data banks. When you have a large amount of gold, where will you keep? Gold bank. When you have a large amount of a blood, where will you keep? Blood bank. When you have a large amount of data, where will you keep? Data banks. So what are the data banks we have? We have Oracle is a data bank. SQL Server is a data bank from different company. We have Deutsche Bank, we have Citibank, we have ICICI Bank, we have HSBC Bank, we have HDFC Bank. The companies are, different, but end of the day, the purpose is the same. So what is the purpose of Oracle? You can insert the data, you can retrieve the data. Oracle is a data bank, or Oracle is a storeroom or a godown or a tank. You can think like that. So when you have a large amount of tank, you can pump a large amount of water there. And if you wanted to get the water back, you will get the water back, right? So Oracle is a tank or a bank. SQL Server is a tank or a bank. DB2, NetEase, MySQL, Teradata, Sybase, PostgreSQL. So what are these? These are called RDBMS softwares or tools. So what is the purpose of the softwares? It can store large amount of data. Large means how much? It will be some 200 GB, 500 GB, GBs of data it can accommodate in that. Clear? So you have to install Oracle software or SQL Server software or Netezza software in your laptop so that you will be able to store large amount of data in these softwares. So these are called data banks. But when you have a large amount of data, who's going to be processing? Processing means simply I wanted to get the sum. What is the total sales happened yesterday or the last month or the last quarter? I wanted to take all the sales amount to do the summing operation. So summing operation is a process. I wanted to know what is the average amount. I wanted to know what is the which brand which brand is doing good sales in India. So is it Vivo phones or Apple iPhones? or is it Sony TV, Samsung TV, or is it Nilkamal furniture or non any other furniture like that? They wanted to create lot of reports with the Amazon data. So how do you get the data? How do you create a report? End of the day, we have to store the data, but data will not give any information. To get the information, we need to process the data. Am I clear? So you may use a language called Java, or you may use a language called .NET, or you may use a language or a tool called SAP or Android. You can use anything, C, C++, Java, .NET, anything you can use, any language you can use. Python also. Python is also a beautiful long language. Many people are using it today. You can take one language and get the data from this godowns or the tanks. Now you can process the data and you can give a beautiful reports. This is what is the purpose of storing large amount of data, processing of the data. But when we have a terabytes of data, so I'm talking about data in terabytes. Terabytes means 1024 GB into 1 terabytes. I'm talking about millions of data and trillions of data. So I'm taking large amount of data here. So if you wanted to store this kind of a data, normal RDBMS will fail. Normal RDBMS will fail. So we have to use a tool called data warehouse tools. Clear? There is a tool called data warehouse. You should not write like this. Where space house is wrong. Where space. You should not also write like this. Data where space house. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. So data space warehouse. Warehouse is a single word. There is no space in between. Remember, if you give like that, then you don't know proper English. Clear? So data warehouse is a single word. Warehouse means a go down. It is a very, very big go down. Clear? So when you have a large amount of data, when you have a terabytes of data the company is giving you, then where can you store the data? For example, Amazon every month, let us understand it is getting 50 GB of data. So every month 50 GB of data into 12 months of data, approximately 6 terabytes of data. It is per annum. It is per year. Now I am talking about per 10 years. 10 years, what is the size? It is approximately 60 terabytes of data. So where will you keep large amount of historical data? Last 10 years of data means it is completely historical data. So where will you keep all the 10 years of data of Amazon.com? They never delete the data. Every month data they accumulate, and all the data will be stored in the data warehouse. But how do you create a data warehouse? How do you create a data warehouse? We have to know. Before that, when you wanted to store large amount of data, this is where we are going to be using business intelligence tools. Clear? When you have a large amount of data, then only the MSBI, Power BI, Tableau BI. So we never use Java, .NET, SAP when you have a large amount of data, because this is where you need to write lot of coding, right? So data is more and you're writing more coding means it will take a lot of time on the entire data. So you need to have a tool so that the number of lines coding will get reduced. And I wanted to create a BI application as soon as possible. Amazon company wanted to have a lot of business intelligence applications very, very quickly. They don't want to spend a lot of time, money, energy by creating a lot of coding. So IT industry is thinking about it, and IT industries release a lot of BI tools into the market. Clear? Year 2000 onwards, we are going to be getting this. So when is the SQL is released in IT industry? 1970s time. Clear? Who's the culprit, or who's the who was doing research on SQL means DB2 IBM company. So this is the company, first company. They were doing lot of research work on where? Lot of research work on the SQL. Clear? So completely research and everything is handled by this company only. Remember that. It is not very easy. So to do the research, right? We know. So DB2 from IBM. So this company completely doing a research on RDBMS and how to store the data. It is started in 1965 but released in 1970s. There is a concept called database management system by IBM company. Clear? So when you have a large amount of data, normal RDBMS will fail, normal SQL will fail. So we need to have data warehousing software. So how we can create a data warehousing software? Means we need to buy bigger hardware. But what software you need to install? SQL tools only you need to install. For example, I have my laptop. What is my laptop capacity? My laptop capacity, let me show you. I'm having approximately 1 terabyte of hard disk, and I'm having, let me go and properties, right click and properties. I'm having i5 processor and 8 GB of RAM and 64-bit operating system, Windows 11 Pro. Okay, what is the operating system I have? It is Windows 11 Pro. Earlier I had Windows 10. I have upgraded to Windows 11 by going to the hardware shop because I am not a hardware and I cannot install the software. I went to nearby, hardware shop. I had, asked them to upgrade Windows 10 to Windows 11. This is my, computer, and I can accommodate maximum 1 terabyte of data if I install SQL Server, right? In my laptop, if I install Oracle or DB2 or SQL Server or Netezza, what is the maximum data I can have? Only 1 terabyte. Why? The capacity of hard disk is 1 terabyte. But if I wanted to store 60 terabytes of data, can I store in my laptop? The answer is no. So what should I do? I have to buy a bigger hardware. I need to buy which hardware? Bigger hardware. And what software I have to install? Anything, Teradata, Netezza, SQL Server, Oracle, any software you can install. So that computer is called as a data warehouse machine. Clear? So we can say Oracle data warehousing machine, SQL Server data warehousing machine when you have a bigger hardware. That's it, nothing else, right? So when you install the Oracle in your computer is going to be having a small amount of data, a small amount of hardware, 1 terabyte of hard disk. So it is, you can maximum accommodate GBs of data, 500 GB or less than 1 terabyte of data you can accommodate in that machine. Why? The hardware capacity is very small. So, but I wanted to store terabytes of data means the first requirement you have to install or buy a bigger hardware, then install the SQL tools. SQL means all these are SQL tools or database tools. So data warehouse in a layman terminology is SQL software is going to store the data, but in the bigger hardware. Clear? Remember, there is a bigger godown, there is a storeroom you're constructing at your house. What is the storeroom size? Very small. You can have very small limited items over there. But when we're thinking about bigger godowns, so it is also constructed with the help of a cement, bricks and wood, and your house is also connected with the cement and brick, and your storeroom is also constructed. But end of the day, the size matters, right? If the size is bigger, then we'll say go down. If the size is small, we say storeroom, right? So storerooms are these. These are called storerooms, but these are called what is called godowns, called as data warehouse. You can store large amount of data. Large amount of data means I'm talking about terabytes of data. But nowadays, because of social media, because of lot other things, now the data is even more bigger. Data is even more bigger. So that is what is called petabyte of Z data and zettabyte of data, yottabyte of data, yola-byte of data. So this kind of a data is called as unlimited data or big data. People will say unlimited data. You cannot store this data. Unlimited data is called as a big data. Data warehousing, all of them will fail. So here there is a tool called, so there is a software called Hadoop software where we can store the data, where we can also process the data in the single software. Am I clear? So when you have a large amount of data, when you have petabyte of data, 1024 terabytes is equal to 1 petabyte. 1024 petabytes into 1 zettabyte, like that. We have an unlimited data called as a big data. So to store that kind of a data, we are going to be using a software called Hadoop software. Am I clear? So I will give you a simple example so that you will understand. I wanted to go to supermarket to buy some vegetables. So I take a bike and go, right? It is 2 kilometers away from my home. So I take a bike, or I can go by a walk, or I can go by a cycle. So very, very small amount of distance I wanted to cover. So I will take a bike and go. But I wanted to cover 500 miles or 1000 kilometers. Can I take a cycle and go? Can I take a bike and go, two-wheeler and go? It is impossible. So that is when you are going to be taking a bus or the train or the car, right? So if you wanted to cover 500 miles or kilometers, so what is that we are going to be using? When you have a less amount of data, Excel is enough. When you have a large amount of data, the tools are getting changed. So you need to leave the bike, you have to take a car or a bus or the train, because you wanted to go to 500 miles. Clear? So you wanted to go to, US from India. Can I take a train and go? Can I take a bus and go? You need to change the tool. You have to take the flight and go. Clear? When you have terabytes of data, normal, SQL, normal language cannot be used. So when you have a more amount of distance to be covered or more amount of data to be stored, we are going to be using data warehousing tools and BI tools. I wanted to go to Moon or Mars. So can I take a flight and go? I have to use a rocket. So if you wanted to store, if you wanted to connect unlimited data, or if you wanted to go to unlimited distance, so normal Hadoop, normal flight cannot be used. You have to use a rocket. Clear? So rocket is powerful. It does not mean that I can use everywhere. It is completely illegal and people will laugh at you. So I wanted to go to supermarket. I would like to use a rocket, means people will laugh at you. It depends upon the distance. So if you have a small amount of data, Excel is good, bike is good. When you have a large amount of data, distance to be covered, you have to go to Hadoop software. Clear? It depends upon the what kind of a distance you're going to be covering. Am I clear? So many companies are using today, data warehousing tools and Hadoop tools, lot of things. Data warehousing technology is released in 1990s time. Clear? So BI tools released in year 2000. And Hadoop is a software started by Google actually. This is a big data concept started by Google in 2002. Clear? So 2002, but 2007 and 5 and 6 and 7, it became so popular. And at 2010, it became so popular in all over the world. Am I clear? So Hadoop software initially invented by Google company. After now, Hadoop is taken care by, there is a company called Apache Software Foundation. It is a free software. Which software? Hadoop is a free software. It is manufactured, or it is maintained by Apache Software Foundation. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. So you need to store the data. So if you store the data anywhere, you can store the data here, you can store the data here. When you store the data, then only you can perform two types of applications. What are the two types of applications? One is called data analytics. So this is also called as a business intelligence. As I told you yesterday, data analytics means reporting the past. Reporting the past or understanding the past. One more application I was talking about, data science. Clear? So data science is the application was called as earlier data mining, right? So it is also called as artificial intelligence, machine learning, or natural language processing, neural networks, deep learning. Lot of subdivisions are available. So data science means it is predictions, okay? Predicting in the future. Predict the future, okay? So This is what is very, very important. But if you wanted to reporting the past or predict the future, what is that you need to have? You need to have data. So where you're going to be storing the data? Data may be in Excel, data may be in RDBMS, data may be in data warehousing, and data may be in Hadoop. So if you wanted to perform data analytics or a data science, what is that you need to supply to these applications? You have to supply the data. Clear? You have to supply the data. If you want to go into data analytics, means you have to learn SQL. You have to know data warehousing. You have to know ETL. What is ETL? We'll discuss tomorrow. Clear? So what is ETL and everything? If the time permits, we can have otherwise we will discuss in tomorrow's class. ETL means extracting the data and transforming the data, loading the data. You need to have any BA tools. Clear? Any BA tools you need to have, like MSBA, Power BI. So this is the 3 months course. If you learn anywhere, lot of good opportunities. No coding. That is the beauty about these softwares. Nowadays, IT industry is getting changed. No software tools, no coding tools. All of them are. You will be able to learn not only one tool. All these tools you have to learn within 3 months. But if you wanted to learn this, it is not a 3 months course. It is a 18 months course. You should know again a little bit of SQL, and compulsorily you have to know what is a data warehousing. Plus, you need to know Python for 1 month. After that, you need to learn machine learning. Clear? Python we are going to be using here. It is a 1 month course, and remaining 17 months you have to learn machine learning, machine learning, machine learning. Clear? So Python to write the code, but completely algorithms and development you need to have it. It is very, very complex in nature. Never go into this. Never go into this if you're not good in research. Clear? So when you learn this course, you will become a data scientist. You're not a software engineer. So you're not a software engineer, data scientist. Scientist means people who have capability of doing research work, right? Research and development. So you will become a scientist in the company. So you need to understand their insurance data. You have to understand their sales data. You have to understand their retail data. You have to understand their investments data. You have to understand their data and do what are the issues with the data. How can we do better things by using the data, understanding patterns, understanding lot of other algorithms. It is very, very complex in nature. So you cannot directly jump into data science without having in-depth of maths knowledge. You need to have good maths knowledge and a good statistics knowledge. Stats is also important. Plus, you have to learn these courses, and don't easily jump into this. This saying that one YouTuber is telling one. Everywhere people are saying, data science is hot. Data science is hot. You will go mad. You will go mad. I had seen many people have spent lakhs of rupees in data science again. So they couldn't get the good jobs. Again, they turned and learned the courses, and now they're working for this. And later, when you're good with this, then you can easily jump into data science later if you're really interested. Otherwise, forget about it. You will be able to get into the data analytics course very, very easy. So that is what is important. Now, what are the BI tools we have it? So what are the BI tools we have it? So there are a lot of BI tools. The starting tool is SAP BI, and after that we have SAS BI. Then after that we have OBI, Oracle BI. After that we have MS BI. Then after that we have Tableau BI. Lot of BI tools are available. Okay, Tableau BI. Nowadays we have a Power BI. So these are the tools into the market. Remember. Clear? So SAP BI, SAS BI, OBI, and all of them will talk about one by one now. Clear? So if you talk about the history of these guys are giving only one tool, that is what is called reporting tool. Clear? So SAP BI means where you can create a report with a drag and drop software. It is only one tool, single tool it is, one tool. Clear? So these tools were released in year 2000. Okay, early 2000 that time. So we're having SAP BI, SAS, BI, OBI, lot of BI tools. You can get the data from data warehouse. You can create lot of tools. Instead of writing the code, you can create a beautiful report. Clear? So these were complex and more, costly. Because of this reason, these tools are outdated now. Because of costly, very complex, these tools have been outdated. Then MSBI came into 2005. It is a Microsoft software. Clear? So MSBI, it is coming with three softwares, not only one software, three tools. One is called SSIS, second one is called SSAS, and the third one is called SSRS. So this is what is called ETL software. So what is ETL? We will understand in tomorrow's class. So what is SSIS? We will understand in tomorrow's class. And tomorrow is the final demo you have to attend. And the demos are going to be for free. And tomorrow we're going to be completing the demos. And from Monday, we will have the the meeting ID and everything will change. And you need to make the payment by tomorrow. So you can enroll for the new batch from Monday. Clear? You will get the new meeting aid and everything. So the payment details and everything will be told by tomorrow. Once the class is over, the demos are over. When you fill in the form, so I told you to fill this form, right? If you don't fill the form, you are not, authorized to ask the discounts. So this details already I have given in the chart window. You should be able to fill this form. If you already filled it, ignore it. So this is what is very, very important to fill the form. This form you need to fill it up in the WhatsApp. This form you need to fill it up in the browser. Am I clear? So we are going to be talking about in tomorrow's class completely in depth of these three tools. ETL, what is ETL? So this is what is called analysis tool, and SSRS is a reporting tool. Now tell me, when Nokia phones were there, Nokia phones only to talk. But after that, Samsung came or Apple iPhone came. You have a camera there, you have a lot of other features over there. So people stopped using Nokia. People have jumped to Samsung and Apple iPhone like that. So this is a single tool only you can use like that. But MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence, MSBI for Microsoft Business Intelligence, it is not a single tool. It is where you have a phone where you have a camera, you have FM, you have a calendar, you have a reminder, you have this, you have that, lot of things been attached. So people have started buying a smartphones. It is a smart BA. So not only one activity, lot of activities that you're going to be doing to create a BI application. Am I clear? SSIS and SSAS and reporting software. So afterwards, many people were stopped using that and people started coming to this because it is a good brand from Microsoft and it is very, very inexpensive or it is almost free. Microsoft RDBMS software is called SQL Server. When you buy this software, automatically MSBI is free for you. People are happy about it, or so people are happy about it, or one third cost of the licensing we're talking about. Am I clear? So what is the question? Yesterday I did not get the proper audio. Can I get the yesterday's recorded link? Yes. So please send me a mail, or did you fill the form? If you fill the form, my team would have sent you yesterday's video. If you don't get any video, please mail me your details or please send me a mail. Sir, I did not get yesterday's. No, don't send me the mail here. You have to write a mail to me, bhaskarjogi@gmail.com or goonline.bhaskar@gmail.com saying that, sir, I need, demo video of yesterday. Okay, so I will be able to send yesterday's video as well as today's video. You have to write me a mail. Am I clear? So, yeah, if you have Windows 11, that is good, but you can install SQL Server in Windows 10, but Windows 11 needed for the Power BI. Am I clear? So I will discuss about this, don't worry. So we are talking about it is the free maximum time or one third cost of these softwares. Am I clear? And these are no coding software anybody can learn. No coding softwares, no coding tools. Anybody can learn. IT industry is completely removing the coding softwares. Completely, you're going to, no coding tools. Because of that, MSBA became so popular. But unfortunately, there is a Tableau BI is released in 2010, and this guy was rocking. This software is called self-service BA. Self-service BA means no need of knowing any technical things. For example, I wanted to prepare a Maggi noodles, so ready-made noodles, right? So what is that I do? I have to bring the noodles and heat it up. That's it. I need to just boil the noodles, Maggi noodles. The food is ready. Self-service food. Clear? So anybody can prepare the reports. So normally in the company, who's going to be preparing reports? Managers, right? So maximum time data analytics is done by the management guys only, because MBA guys, managers, offices, they do the data analytics of the sales or their company sales or their company business, right? So data analytics normally we don't do. We are technical guys. We are completely technical guys. We are going to be creating reports and giving it to the managers or officers. Clear? So you need not be there. So they themselves create a report with the help of a Tableau BA. Clear? So it becomes so popular 2010, automatically the SSRS reporting tool, and it came down. Clear? Lot of smaller companies also started using Tableau BA. So SSRS is completely gone. So that is when Microsoft released, there is a tool called Power BI. So this got released in 2015. It is also self-service BA. So any non-technical guy can create a beautiful report. So tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will show you one demo. Any 10th standard guy also can create a beautiful and complex reports with the Power BA. Clear? So it got released from Microsoft immediately. It became number one. And because why it is? Because it is a brand, Microsoft brand. Now Microsoft is giving for free or less cost when you compare it to this. When you compare it to Tableau BI, it is a less cost, and Microsoft is having a brand, or Microsoft is saying when you buy MSBI licenses or when you buy SQL Server licenses, I will give it to you free. Clear? So now many companies, what are they doing? They are using SSIS, they are using SSRS, they are not using this one, they are using Power BI as a reporting software. Clear? So that is the reason you have to learn SSIS, SSAS, and Power BI. So what all you need to learn? As I told you, or if you wanted to learn BI, especially Power BI, first you have to know SQL Server. So how many days it will be? It will be for 45 days. 45 classes it will be days. The next one you have to learn Power BI. So this will be also 45 days, but this will be live class. Live means daily 1 hour live class will be there. Then you need to know SSIS as well. This is ETL software. Clear? So this will be for 25 days. And after that, you have to know data warehousing concept. So this is for how many days? 7 days. Clear? And we are also going to be giving you SSAS. How many days it will be? It will be for 3 days. Am I clear? So these many softwares we have to learn. So total duration will be how much? 3 months. Remember, total duration will be 3 months. That is what you need to learn. First of all, you need to start with SQL Server classes, and these are pre-recorded videos we are going to be giving, and this is the one you are going to be learning. So number one is SQL Server, number two is this. Only you need to start these two now. In month of September and October, you're going to be learning SQL Server and Power BI. SQL Server videos we have, you need to buy the videos. Daily you watch video in the evening time, because morning you will be attending Power BI class, right? So we don't have the live classes for SQL Server. SQL Server is compulsory. If you say that, sir, I have learnt in my BTech, I know basics, Sir, my friend told me he will teach me. Sir, I have my videos in udemy.com. All the videos are nonsense, and you don't understand anything from there. Even though you understand, they teach only basics for 1 month, so nothing else. So those kind of videos are useless. I'm telling you. You don't also saying that I am coming from MCA background. In my college, I have studied. In your college, BTechs and MCAs, whatever you have studied, that is useless. I'm talking about this is you have to know in depth. I'm telling you. So backbone for business intelligence is SQL. I'm telling you repeatedly, backbone for business intelligence is SQL. But if you go join other institution, they will say SQL is not important. Power BI you learn for 20 days. SQL Server you learn for 5 days. Course is over. You pay me the amount. I will give you a backdoor job or some proxy job I can handle. So that is how the people are going to be taking the money from you. So nothing is going to be happening like that. So you have to know in depth of SQL Server. September and October, you need to concentrate on daily watching one video and daily attending one live classes. You need to make the amount for this course and this course only now. Clear? You don't make the payment for these two courses. These courses, you have to make the payment in the month of November, not now. Clear? So you will be able to get in the month of November, this will be free course and this is also free course for you. Clear? So totally three payments, 1, 2, 3 payments you're going to be making. So this is going to be in the month of November. Again, you can attend live classes, and if you have a live, if you don't have a live class, you can also buy the videos. SSIS is a ETL software. It is also mandatory. Clear? You cannot say my brother told not to learn, my uncle told not to learn, my my friend told not to learn. If you say like that, you better skip this course. Better you join in the other institution. Yeah, am I clear? We don't have any other timings, so it will be as of now 8 o'clock. So next month this will be starting at 7 o'clock. So the time change will be there. So please note that. Clear? So remember to have this any non-IT people, even though you have 10-15 years of gap. So don't worry about. I'll give you proper mentoring. I will give you proper support till you get a job. One free project is also included. CV preparation and everything is included for free. So you need not make the amount for anything. Am I clear? SQL Server and Power BI SSIS. These are the three courses you have to make the payment for. As of now, SQL Server and Power BI you need to complete for this month and next month. In the month of November, we are going to be having SSIS and data warehousing and SSAS. So these are the things that we are going to be learning. Am I clear? So remember. Now, the question is, sir, do we get the data warehousing and SSS class? Every videos will be given. Manoj Sharma, you should not be worried about. Every video will be given to you. So don't worry. All the videos, SQL Server, Power BI, SSIS, data warehousing, SSAS, every video will be given to you. So when you enroll these courses, am I clear? So SSIS also taught by me. All of them I am only teaching, no other faculty. Am I clear? Raghu, everything will be handled by me. There is no other faculty for this. Am I clear? So laptop is compulsory. Without laptop, how do you practice? Bhagyashri, laptop you have to buy it. If you are not able to buy the laptop, at least you need to buy the desktop. For hi-fi configuration, desktop will be for 20,000 rupees maximum. You will be able to get it. So laptop is compulsory. Clear? So Sai Kumar is saying, actually, I have completed my BTech in 2020, and last 2 years I'm working on the which one you're working on? I lost that chart. Where is that chart? So you're working on something. Definitely, you will be able to get into this. No problem at all. I wanted to enter into IT. So you're doing in self business, is it? So this is the right time to enter into the IT, guys, and it is possible for you to entering into IT. I will give you big support till you get the placements. Yeah, make clear. So end of the day, future will be IT industry is always good, right? I will tell you one real time story. One of my student only. He joined in the last month, I think. He told, sir, I am from MBA graduate, 2010 passed out. 2009 and 10, there were a lot of recessions, right? So this guy got a sales job in 2010. MBA, but he is from BTech MBA. BTech MBA, and his friends are also some BSc, BC, MBA. And all these guys were not getting any jobs in IT industry because in recession 2009 and 10. This guy got a job immediately with some 3 lakhs package, and other people were struggling. So those guys, after 6 months or 1 year, they got 2010. He got the job. They got the job in 2011. Now those guys' salary packages within 12 years, they have gone up to 45 lakhs in IT industry. This guy is in 10 lakhs now, right? He joined in the previous month. He was coming to my office and telling me his story, sir. The problem is the starting point is not so important, sir, because I have joined in this now. I am in the same field now, but other people took some more time, but they were struggling because recession time. So they were learning lot of courses. Now they're getting, each one is getting some 40 45 lakhs per annum in Hyderabad itself now. So I am the loser. So I wanted to, after 12 years, I wanted to get into IT. So this is the reason why you people have to get into IT. So IT may be down now, or in every business will have ups and downs. Every business will have ups and downs. So many people will say, you don't have any jobs in Power BI, you don't have any jobs in this one, that one. So that is not the big story. Big story, the real story is that guy does not have a skill. Okay. So if you have a skill, last month itself from our institution, there are 30 people who are able to crack the interviews. How come 30 people are able to crack the interviews on their own? Because of everything we are teaching. Everything we're teaching from starting to end. A BCom guy can understand RDBMS. A BSc guy can understand RDBMS. Yeah, am I clear? So that is what is the story all about. You need to start from very, very basic level to advanced level, not to simply some things. Clear? So this was a story. How come, how Power BI is now rolling. Now, if you understand SQL Server history, I will take 3 minutes, then we can close for today. SQL Server is a RDBMS software released by Microsoft 1.0 version. When it got released in 1989, it is a purely RDBMS tool or software. RDBMS means store the data, retrieve the data. RDBMS means go down, store room, tank, bank. That's what I told you. So later, we have lot many tools, 3.0, then 5.0, then 7.0, then SQL Server 2000 got released in the year 2000. So till this time, all the tools are completely RDBMS tools only. Clear? But now what is happened? SQL Server 2005 released. So this is released in year 2005. This is not only RDBMS software, but also Microsoft added MSBI in this only. SSIS, AS, and SSRS also got included. So what is SS? SS means SQL Server, Integration Services, SQL Server, Analysis Services, SQL Server Reporting Services. So SQL Server not a RDBMS software, but also it is a data analytics software or a business intelligence software. Am I clear? The next versions we got 2008, then 2008 R2 released in year 2010, then a 2012 software, 2014, 2016, then 2017. The current version is a 2019. So this is the version I'm going to be giving it to you. So you will have SSIS and SSAS and MSBA, and everything you will be able to have. Compulsorily you need to have Windows 10 or Windows 11. So you need to have, so SQL Server, what version, which version? SQL Server, the final version I am going to be giving you. Monday class we are going to be installing the software. Clear? So it will take minimum of 1 hour to install the software. You need to have what? Windows. Okay. Windows 10 or 11 Pro I recommend. But if you have a home, that is also fine. But I strongly recommend you upgrade home to the Pro by getting a licensed from the Flipkart or Amazon. Clear? Windows 10 is also fine. So we will be installing in this. Minimum 4 GB of RAM is needed. Any processor is fine. Okay? Any processor is fine. Minimum 100 GB space in the hard disk. Okay? Has to be there. And I strongly recommend SSD. 128 GB of SSD. When you have it, it will be fast. It is also one kind of a hard disk. It is very, very fast. Clear? So all of them you need to have. Then we'll install this software. It will take a minimum of 1 hour, and afterwards we will install Power BI software. So this will be for 5 minutes to install. So these softwares I'm going to be installing in the Monday's class. If you have any OS to be upgraded, means you have to do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Go to the nearest hardware shop. You better have it. If you wanted to buy a new laptop, means Lenovo with this configuration i3, i5, and with 1 terabyte of hard disk and 128 of GB SSD, minimum 4 GB of RAM, you can take it. It will come around 35, thousand rupees in Indian currency, or you can go in for a desktop for 20,000 rupees. Am I clear? So tomorrow we'll continue. We'll talk about what is SSIS, what is SSAS, what is SSRS, what is data warehousing, everything we're going to discuss in tomorrow's class. And hope you understand this. And data analytics, data science can be done when there is a data. So data may be in Excel also. If you have data in Excel, we can perform data analytics or data science. If you have data in SQL Server, we can perform those two things. If you have data in data warehousing and BA, we can also do. If you have data in Hadoop also, we can perform what applications? Data analytics and data science. So we need to store the data, process the data. Clear? Storing the data, processing data is called as a data preparation, or it is also called as a data engineering. Clear? So data engineering means getting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data in these technologies. Once data engineering is done, when the data is ready, then you can perform data analytics and data science. Clear? If you don't have a data, then how can you analyze the data? So to get the data, clean the data, store the data, the process is called as a data engineering. It is also called as a data preparation. Clear? So data engineering means you need to work with Hadoop. You need to work with what? You need to work with data warehousing. You have to work with SQL. So all these things are called data engineering. Clear? Once the data is ready, then we're going to be doing with the data analytics or data science. We'll continue tomorrow, guys. Hope you're able to understand. Tomorrow is the demo number 3, part 3, a final demo. Same meeting ID is going to work for tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to announce the fees and everything. And if you have any doubts, you will be able to ask me now. And Monday, I'm going to be showing how to install the software. If you don't have a laptop or hardware currently, you better make it ready within a 1 week of time. Clear? So thank you so much, guys. So any questions, if you have, I will be able to answer, guys. So even though you have a 5 years of gap, 10 years of gap, don't worry. I will help you guys. So Soumya, don't worry. You could be a housewife for 10 years. Don't worry. I will be able to help you. You should not be worried about the gap. Clear? You could be 2005 BA passed out, BCom passed out. Doesn't matter. Clear? All of them are nothing to worry. You learn the skills and how to get into IT industry. I will be able to help you. Don't worry about it. Am I clear? Yeah.